Hello everybody, this is Stefan from Sequality. Today we want to present you some new technology developed by Sequality. It's a live latency measurement module for digital IP cameras and embedded Linux boards. So in this test setup here, that's live video. You can see here a latency spark line that is live calculated and computed by the system. That shows you how much latency do I have here in this camera, and that's updated once a second. And as soon as something is going wrong with the system, it would immediately notice you, okay, be careful, the video is not up to date, it's lagging behind too much. So this is what the latency analysis module does for you. But before we go into details here, let us go through typical video streaming requirements that we have in current industry projects. Here you can see a setup of 5 HD or full HD cameras here. They are from Ark Vision here in this example. They are streaming their video via an Ethernet cable here to the switch, down here to the IMX8 here. That's running on embedded Linux, which uses the video streams here in this Qt application that renders it live on the display here. And as you can see here, it's an interactive application that shows the current video streams here. And yeah, you can configure your own layouts. You can, for instance, zoom in here in this video or zoom out, or mirror or rotate the streams. Something that you probably want to do as well in your application as well, for instance in the vehicle or in some other supervising or monitoring application, and you configure your views and you want to use the system like that. Yes, and what's important here is to really have low latency, and whenever we call the term latency, we speak about glass-to-glass latency. So the time here from the glass lenses of the camera until the video comes out here on the glass of this display. And that looks like that. So this is an overview of the whole system latency of all components, starting with the camera here on the left side. Of course, we cannot calculate the latency of the camera, but we can calculate the latency of the network. It's called inbound latency, and we can calculate the latency inside the Linux board. It's called pipeline latency. Then there's as well the display latency of the display of the monitor that you're using. And the blue part here we can calculate, and this is shown live in the embedded Linux application that I showed you just here. So here, inbound latency, and pipeline latency. That's what we have here. And yeah, so important here is as well not just to guarantee that this latency always stays below a certain maximum, because this is safety critical. For instance, in a rear view mirror application, you want to be noticed if your display, if your video is arriving too late, if it's out of date. That's a safety critical information here. So you want to have a live indicator, is my video up to date? And that's exactly what this latency analysis module does. We can demonstrate the effect of such a misbehavior here, because here we now simulate a stressed CPU now. So that's the current situation right now. Now we stress the CPU. So we go to 100% all the cores, and we can see immediately that the latency of all their videos here streamed on the embedded Linux boards, they go up. They are above our defined maximum here of 500 milliseconds. And whenever this happens, we restart the whole pipeline, the whole video displaying pipeline, and also indicated by visualizing this component in red. so that the user knows, okay, you cannot trust this video stream right now because it's out of date. And yeah, for this you can use your pipeline. I hope now that it recovers once I go back to normal system operation. Now we again have about this 62 milliseconds latency of inbound and pipeline. Out of experience, we know that we have to add about 100 milliseconds for the overall system latency, including camera and display. So this would mean that we have here around 160 milliseconds of latency, or 170. So this is the average value here. Now with 5 cameras, we have also around 160 milliseconds of latency. So thank you very much for your attention here. If you want to know more, just contact us and we'll give you some more details about that. Thank you. Goodbye. Ciao.